Are VTubers genuine? As a VTuber fan myself, I've thought of this question a few times. Is the personality that they're showing us really what they're like, or is it just a construction for content creation, for entertainment value? Okay, so if you clicked on this video, you probably already know what a VTuber is. But if you found this video and don't know, here's a short explanation. Basically, a VTuber is a content creator with an animated virtual avatar to represent themselves rather than using a webcam or talking to a camera like you would see in many other VTube videos. First, let's talk a little bit about history of VTubers. They've been around for quite a while now, predominantly in Japan, but their influence is really starting to grow of late. The very first VTuber anyone would likely have ever heard of or seen is Kazuna Ai, with her rather infamous clip, which, well, you may have already seen.
Fuck you!
Fuck you! Fuck you, fuck you! Fuck you!
Now we're seeing quite a growth in VTuber visibility, with many small and large companies starting to emerge or have been around for a while, such as Hololive, Sanji, small companies like Vom's Project, and now the very recently released V Shoujo, which is a Western-based company. Most VTubers have some kind of a manufactured story to them to explain a little bit about who they are, where they come from, be they mythical creatures like a phoenix or a dragon, maybe a grim reaper, or even as simple as just being a cheerful dog girl who works at a bakery. Of course, there are real people behind every single of these characters. There has to be. That's how they animate. It's where the voice comes from and the entertainment. But that begs the question, are these just actors playing a part? Or are they perhaps much more genuine than other content producers in their interactions with the viewer? An initial reaction might be to think that they're no different than, say, an actor in Hollywood who is playing a bit for a period of time which has really nothing to do with them. They're professionals. This is a job. They play the character, they go home, they're done for the day. That's not who they are. But I think VTubing offers a way for content creators to be much more genuine. Gives them a much closer and naked look of their personalities, their likes, dislikes, hopes, dreams, aspirations. This might sound crazy, but I believe the veil of the virtual avatar gives people the empowerment they need to let their real selves shine through. Not to be intimidated by their insecurities, self doubts, and really let loose to what makes them them. If you spent any time on the internet at all, you're familiar with the idea that anonymity really brings out deep things within people. Maybe not necessarily an accurate representation of them, but it allows them to vocalize deep and internal thoughts, usually unsavory, but sometimes you can have very genuine and personal relationships with people simply over the internet because you've never met. There's nothing in between you two. There's very little tension. So, as a result, this anonymity empowers them to express themselves more deeply, more passionately, and more closely than they might if they had been revealing who they are through a face cam or webcam. I think you can see this quite clear in very specific VTubers where it is most obvious in. If we look at Hololive, Akai Hato is one of their first VTubers. She started out as a very, lack of a better word, generic anime character. She was like the stereotypical idol you might imagine in an idol group. She was very pure and well intentioned and polite. As she became more comfortable, she started to adopt a new persona. She created the nickname Hachiman for herself and started to create much different content. She was affectionately called by the name of a mysterious creature by her fans due to the content that she started to create, which was most definitively un-idol like. Creating strange, weird, short videos that are very inexplicable, not really any purpose to them. Videos of cooking labeled things like bitch made pasta, where the end result was questionably edible, and even going as far as asking her viewers to send pictures and videos of their feet for her to review. Is this exactly how she acts when she's not playing the part of Hachiman? Probably not. Not exactly. Maybe if you knew her very well, and she'd probably be pretty similar. But you also have to consider to yourselves how social circles influence how you act. How you act between close personal friends is not necessarily the same as how you would act with your family, your parents, close family, even extended family. You don't really always exactly act the same. But at the end of the day, with people you consider good close friends, you probably act the truest. Are all VTubers like this? No. I think there are some of them who are professionals. This is their job. They play a character when they need to, then they're done. It's not their personality. They play it for entertainment purposes. It's a common tactic in content creation. You even play up aspects of your personality to make them more noticeable, more enjoyable. It's all about entertainment and dragging views. That said, I don't think any of them are that fake personalities. The viewer is not dumb. They're not as dumb as many people might like you to think. They can detect fake personalities quite easily when things seem weird. They're really pretending to be something they're not. A viewer is going to pick up on it and they're probably going to say something, and people are going to share that sentiment. So there's, I think, a level of genuineness to most VTubers. Ultimately, I think the use of a VTuber avatar affords somebody the opportunity to become much more connected with their audience and to feel much more comfortable sharing personal thoughts, emotions, and intimate moments with strangers on the internet. So, to answer your question, yes. Thanks for watching.